Hello, everyone. It is the Last Raider, and Bendis is at it again, destroying established characters so that he can push more social justice woke characters, and that's what we got right here. That's what we're gonna get with DC's Green Lantern. I'm glad I left DC a long time ago. I'm gonna probably end up buying this comic book just to critique it because my comic book review that I put up of Ethan Van Sciver, currently the last time I checked, has 38 views and over 10 likes, which, considering that I've had this channel going on for about 3 weeks, is quite impressive in my opinion. If I'd have known I could get that many views that quickly for just sitting around talking about random crap, I would have done this a long time ago. Because I don't know, I feel like the channel could grow. Also, I got a subscriber while I was at it, which is really cool. Honestly, whoever that subscriber is, I love you. Whoever you are. I don't know you, but I love you because you subscribe to my channel. You're the first one, okay? You're the first one. You're like my first dime. No, you're like Scrooge McDuck's first dime, okay? I put you in a little glass container with a little cushion. You stay right over there. You're my lovely first dime. I'll never spend you. I love that you're there. I'll try to keep creating content for you. So we'll keep that up. Anyway. Oh, Bendis has done it again, folks. Bendis has done it again. We have destroyed a character, an established character. We've got to get rid of them. We've got to destroy them so that we can create a woke, diverse character, probably a female. And we're going to push this out there. Personally, I think this character may be trans. Because that's the check mark that we've not hit yet. We have looks female, check. Well, they're wearing lipstick and earrings. They look female. Look like an old female too. Like, dear Lord. Let's zoom in here a minute. She looks like an adult female in the face. With an 11-year-old's body. What the hell? Okay. All right. Bendis got some weird tastes and some weird fetishes apparently, but we'll go with that. We have this character here, and I can just imagine the meeting because this character comes on the heels of Ethan Van Sciver's Green Lantern that he invented, that he created. His character has recently been killed off. So I can, and then this character comes right afterward. So I can so imagine this, okay? We killed off, we imagine the corporate meeting right here, all right? Yeah, we killed off Ethan Van Sciver's original character. We're no longer paying Ethan Van Sciver. Yeah. And this one dude in the room who's like overly blunt in the back goes, yeah, we took Ethan Van Sciver's female Green Lantern of color, and we vaporized that chick. And then everyone goes, because this dude just bluntly said what everyone in at least I think Comicsgate and everyone in the fans who, you know, the original fans, not the woke fans that pretend they're fans. This guy just said what is blunt and what we're all thinking. Oh no, our diversity check marks got literally vaporized on the pages. Bendis, you've got to fix this. You need to fix this. Fix this now. This is going to be bad. Oh my God, the Twitter mobs, everything, they're just going to come after us. We need this fixed right now. And Bendis looking at him like, should I, well, what do you want me to do? Well, bring back Ethan Van Sciver's character. So why do you do that? No, I don't think I can. But I'll make a new Green Lantern, female of color, and we get this. And I'm willing to bet this character is either going to be lesbian or trans, because I don't know. That's usually where this goes. Remember, Bendis worked at Marvel, and God dang. Almost every female at Marvel is a lesbian to some extent. Bendis got a hold of. He just couldn't help but do that. So anyway, I think the thing that really irritates me about this character, not other than the fact that this is damage control for DC doing something stupid, until they're shoehorning in a let's just call it what it is. They're shoehorning in a token character to replace an actual well written character. This one's not going to be very well written because it speaks in woke. Just to give you an example here. So yeah, I'm Kali Quintana. Call me Teen Lantern. You're 9. You're a 9-year-old Green Lantern? I'm an 11-year-old who hacked into the Green Lantern power battery from my mom's place in La Paz, Bolivia. No way, huh? Question. Real quick. I'm going to pull a Myers here real quick. Question. Back here, yes. Green Lantern needs a lantern to process the power into a Green Lantern ring. Okay? I don't understand how that works, but you have to have a Green Lantern in order to power up the lantern ring. The frick kind of technology did you use at your mom's house to make this? By the way, this is Riri Williams in DC all over again. If you look at the character, we have a teenager who has stolen powers, who is brown-skinned, and has almost the same haircut as Riri did. You notice this. The unoriginality in Bendis is just blinding right here. Because we have the same haircut, we have a female of color who is now running on stolen powers. In other words, Riri went in there, stole some stuff from the college and made her power armor. This chick has pretty much committed a hack. This would be the equivalent to Riri, as if Riri hacked Tony Stark's security, stole his plans to the Iron Man armor, and built her iron armor with the stolen plans that she hacked out of it. That's what this is. It's Riri Williams all over again. This is a character that is being made that, holy crap, is going to be... it's going to be bad. I just know it's going to be bad. This character is going to get her own book, probably, if Bendis pushes it. And we're going to see some real fuckery. I mean, this annoys me to no end. Because if you know anything about the Green Lantern Corps, which I loved Green Lantern when I was a kid. The Green Lantern Corps are the most diverse, least racist superhero group in all of comics ever. Okay? The Green Lantern Corps is so diverse. They've gone past skin color and just basic physical features. There are scenes in the Green Lantern universe, in the Green Lantern comics, mind you, where Green Lanterns don't even look humanoid to an extent. If you see some of the large group shots of Green Lanterns, yeah, you've got a lot of humanoids, but there are several of them that just look like blobs. There's some of them that are just like piles of rocks. There's a few of them that are just concentrations of energy. You look at a lot of the scenes where Green Lanterns, or like Hal Jordan's leading massive groups, armies of Green Lanterns into battle, and you look at all that stuff, and you see the big meetings of the Green Lanterns and everything, and you sit back and you realize somewhere in the universe there's a planet comprised of floating white paper thin islands and water. It is called Tolaboya, and the Green Lantern there is a being that looks like a turd. A Green Lantern turd. Okay? What I'm saying here is, if a turd could obtain sentience and their race of turds could become Just keep following with me here a minute. If they got advanced enough and proved themselves to the OA, then a turd could be a Green Lantern. That's how diverse and accepting the Green Lantern Corps is. And the Green Lantern Corps in itself makes an alien from that planet a Green Lantern for two reasons. One, so that their guardian will have skin in the game, but two, because you're more accepting of your own people than you are of an alien race. And so what they do is they make an alien species of that planet, but they bestow an honor upon them. And the concept of it is, I guess the metaphorical concept, is that this is the best. We have found one of the best and brightest of your people. We want them. We are giving them this power to defend you. They are the Green Lantern of your planet. They will light the way to a better future. That's the concept of a Green Lantern. So the very fact that this whole hacking the powers nonsense is to make this character look special and unique, when in reality, just the simple fact of being chosen as a Green Lantern would make you special and unique. Okay? Now, the thing that irritates me about this is Bendis has just created a generic character, basically. Oh, well, it's one of his generic, I'm stealing superpowers, Riri Williams bullcrap. The thing is here, and I'm going to write for Bendis here in a minute. I'm going to show you just how piss poor his writing is. And I'm going to take my poor addled self and try at it. Why is it that this character, say there's a battle, right? A better intro to this character than this. Say you have a battle. Here's my backstory for a character like this. I'm going to do it better. Say you have a battle between Green Lanterns, between a Lantern Corps member and some alien. And say Ethan Van Sciver's character, she gets hurt, but in the ensuing battle, it causes a situation where innocents could be harmed. This girl's father used to be a firefighter. All right? And so she takes the knowledge that her dad teaches her to get out of a fire. And she does the crazy thing and actually goes into a building and actually saves some people. And so in the last few moments, that one Green Lantern tells her ring, there's someone who's worthy. They may not be the most worthy person, but they're the most worthy person we have right now. Give her the power ring and then have this young girl have to learn on Earth how to be a Green Lantern. Have Ethan Van Sciver's Green Lantern teach her, sort of like a woman, sort of like a mother teaching a daughter kind of scenario going on. And have her teach her, have her struggle, have them disagree, have them have these problems, but go through and really you could expand the universe. This is the thing that irritates me about writers like Bendis. You have the opportunity here with this character. You could have wrote this character in without killing off Ethan Van Sciver's character, but we know why that had to happen. But you have an opportunity with this character to expand upon the already established lore and build upon, what it takes to be a Lantern. Say just being, you've been chosen to be a Lantern. You have the potential to be a Lantern, but you have to be, trained. Have her work with Guy Gardner. Have her work with Hal Jordan. Have them be going around, on Earth. Have her be being trained. Let her screw up. Let her make mistakes. Let her learn from them. But show tests with the Green Lantern. Show these tests and have each one of the Green Lanterns talking about, we had to do this too. Like Guy Gardner having to do something. Him having Guy Gardner teach another Green Lantern. There's so much comedy you can have with just Guy Gardner being a teacher at that point. Because he's kind of like the last guy you would expect. Have him he's the guy that would rise the occasion, but he's still a jackass at the same time about it. And you could have a really good story. That sounds a hell of a lot better than, oh look, we got this perfect person who's never gonna struggle, probably never suffer until a new writer takes control of it. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to have a new writer take control of it who will actually try to make the character suffer, and then the character will flesh out. almost none of Bendis's characters flesh out and become popular until after Bendis has turned them over to someone else. Riri Williams has gone somewhere. Not because of Bendis, but because the new writer has taken the Riri Williams character and actually gone somewhere different with her. I actually looked at her and said, she looks too much like Iron Man. Let's make her own version of Iron Man. Have her really own the character. Bendis only knows how to transgenderize and race swap characters. That's it now. And he gets most of his story ideas from afternoon soap operas. Because I guess whoever he lives with doesn't give him TV privileges now, and he has to watch whatever nonsense is on the soap operas. Take the recent run of Superman. It's like a thing ripped from Days of Our Lives or some nonsense like that. Or Guiding Light, or Young and the Restless. Oh my God. Lois, you've been here. How long have you been here? A couple of months. But why? I don't know, Superman. And I don't know, Clark, if I love you anymore. It's just... Why? No, have Superman punching the shit out of something. It's easy to write Superman. Have him punch the crap out of something and be trying to beat the clock, Or have Superman really be struggling with something, and then as he's fighting, have like Hal Jordan show up, or have Superman be fighting and realize, I'm not enough. I've got to be everywhere at once. Have the Flash show up, or have Batman back him the F up or something. Have a situation that really requires Superman to do something Supermanish. One of the things that Superman has done that kind of showed off him as a character was he grabbed hold of a black hole right at the moment of it forming and held it within his hand, but was struggling to no end, holding this black hole in place so that it would not form and destroy the world. That's how powerful Superman is. Recently, in one of the DC 100-page graphic things that they've done for Walmart, they did one where Clark Kent went out there. It was a really, really good story because I come from, Oklahoma, and Tornado Alley is right next to us. We get tornadoes all the time where I'm at. We're in the flatlands. God, I hope that didn't. I was just sitting there watching and my screen just went dark for a second, and I'm hoping to God that did not happen, that it's still recording. Anyway, I'm going to go with it. I don't think anyone's watching the screen anyway. I hope the people are just listening because I kind of fucked up there. But anyway, back to Bendis' screw ups. But anyway, you had a story in which Superman went out there, and it was amazing to me how the story was written, because it is exactly like people around here. We don't fear tornadoes, we respect them. That's what people did inside of the comic. They didn't fear the tornadoes, they respected them. They only became afraid of the tornadoes when their lives were on the line. And there was a part in that book where Superman and them step out of the storm shelter after everything's been leveled. And this woman and her kids are running off towards the city. And he goes, "What are you doing?" And she said, "What we always do. We go look for survivors. You're safe. You go save someone else." And so then that's the moment when Clark Kent runs off and becomes Superman. And he starts fighting. He goes out there. And so it's like, okay, you've got this established. These tornadoes are tearing things up. What happens? Well, you know what? We have Superman. Superman can do something about it. Superman's flying out there saving people, pulling old women out of things. At one point, he tosses a dude over into a lake so that he can get the guy out of harm's way, but then go engage the tornadoes. And then Superman goes in there and uses his superpowers, his power of flight, super speed, and his endurance to sit there and, take the tornado down from the inside and collapse it. That's a good story. Afterward, Clark Kent's writing up a page. It's a spoiler alert. It was a newer comic. I don't think y'all will probably ever see it. I'll have to do a review on that one particular comic because it was really good. But anyway, I kind of got on a tangent there. You can write really good characters. And the problem is Bendis doesn't want to write characters doing heroic things. He wants to write characters doing social stuff. I think he desperately wants to get out of comics and just go write soap operas because he's either become a fan of soap operas or that's all he's watching at home. That's all he's forced to watch at home, and he doesn't watch anything else. And it's irritating because we have this character here. Like I said, is a different race. She's female. Probably going to be trans. I wonder how much action actually happens in this entire book. I wonder how much talking is in this entire book. Somebody send me the book so that I can get on Comixology and get this off there, and I can actually take it and I'll try to review it. Because my last review got a lot of views. I'm not going to brag about that. I did get a subscriber, though, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, you could... I guess what irritates me the most is this is just one guy. They've already had a character like this. They had an established... And we're doing this again. We had an established character. But unlike last time where Bendis has been destroying established characters who were white, he's now destroyed an established character of color who was a female just so he could put his own spin on it in. I'm sorry, but if you have to tear down someone else's work to make people look at yours, then what you had probably was not that impressive anyway to begin with. In my opinion, they need to bring back, I think her name was Aurora. I could be wrong. But DC needs to bring her back. And if you want to do something with this character, have her teach this character. If not, have Guy Garner teach it and have someone else write it besides Bendis. Because, dang, this is just horrible. Anyway, tell me what you think about the new character. Do you think this is Bendis doing Bendis again, destroying a character just so he can put his own spin, his own character in? Honestly... Actually, in my opinion, I'll tell you what I think it is. I think it's Bendis wanting so badly to create a legacy that he's just tearing down everyone else's legacies in the process. He's got to break everyone else's legacy so he can put his own legacy in because it's not that impressive. But when it looks somewhat good, but when compared to something like, okay, we've got to put a different character in there like this. And I may be blaming Bendis for more characters destruction than what I'm supposed to be doing, but it's this woke Marvel mentality that's been going on that's tearing down old established characters so that you can input newer, lesser characters that are not as established so that you can push pretty much an agenda. And this character is going to push an agenda somewhere in this comic. I almost guarantee there's going to be some kind of agenda pushed. This character is going to turn something somewhere, and we're going to be people are just going to be cringing, and then DC is going to start bleeding the little amount of money that they have off, and they're already facing a total shutdown right now as it is. I've heard AT&T, whoever it is, I think AT&T owns them. I don't know how that works. I know the company that owns them right now is pretty much shutting them down, or said they're thinking about shutting it down and just repeating the old comics from the old day, 80 years worth of comics. They're just going to start revamping them back. Or not revamping them, they're just going to reprint them. Because the old stuff sells better than the new stuff does. Okay, stop and think about that for a moment. By the way, tell me what you think. Do you think this is Bendis being Bendis? Do you think DC made a mistake but they've made a mistake and they don't want to admit to it, so they're pulling this character out? Do you want to see me critique more comic books? I would love to see that in the comments. Also, comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. But do comment and like, because that shows interaction on the channel, and that I've seen other people who have zero. I want the channel to grow, number one. Obviously, anyone that does a YouTube channel wants their channel to grow. But I've seen people who have difficulty with YouTube's algorithm are still achieving growth because people are interacting with the channel. And great thing about my channel is it's small enough. If you put out a comment, I'm more than 100% of the time right now going to probably reply to it. So hit me with a comment what you think it is. Give me your thought and opinion because I'm trying to make just as much sense of this bullcrap as y'all are. And who knows? Maybe collectively we can 4chan this thing and collectively figure it out. Also, like the video if you liked it. Again, subscribe. Hit that bell for notification because I am putting out more of these videos. Kind of a long one. I have no idea how long this video is, but I bet it's a long one. Anyway, I'm the Last Raider. Stay frosty out there, and I'll see you guys next time.